Our reading this morning comes from kind of a funny source. It's an interview I read between writer Betsy Shirley with translator Carmen Acevedo Butcher in Sojourners magazine, the edition that came out in May of this past year. And this interview is with a translator who translated some of the works of a 17th century Christian mystic named Brother Lawrence. And Brother Lawrence was part of my inspiration for this service coming together. These are a few excerpts from the interview. Christian mystics have a definite dramatic streak. Their transformative encounters with God are full of divine revelations, Julian of Norwich, ecstatic visions, Teresa of Avila, stigmata, Francis of Assisi, erotic imagery, John of the Cross, and all manner of artistic compositions. Here's to you, Hildegard of Bingen. But then there's Brother Lawrence, who, if he is known at all, is known for experiencing God's presence as he washed dishes, cooked eggs, or did other monotonous chores that came with life in a 17th century French monastery. Brother Lawrence, after entering a Carmelite order in 1640 Paris, tried to pray, but spent the whole time rejecting thoughts and then tumbling back into these same thoughts. Eventually, he gave up all his spiritual exercises and focused on becoming aware of God's presence as he did his assigned work in the monastery's kitchen. What he experienced wasn't a celestial vision, but what he had sought all along. God's peace. I flip my little omelet in the frying pan for the love of God, he said. Brother Lawrence advises those who come to him not to overdo it on spiritual practice. He said, God does not ask much of us, merely a brief thought of them from time to time, a little love, sometimes asking for grace. It's presence prayer. It's not meant to be right or wrong. It's meant to be you. What have the mystics offered to help resist the toxic systems and influences in our lives? The mystics have offered so much. Lectio Divina, community, the reminder that the ordinary is holy. Overall, they just show us what love is all about. Therein ends the reading.